It was time around 1991 when a boy called Linus Torvalds, who was around 21 years old, announces that he is developing a free operating system just as an hobby, which after many years turned into one of the important things ever developed in the computer history. This was completely free and open source, which gave it a upper hand. If you look at in today's time, it has a bigger community and everyone are just trying to make it more better day by day. Yes, guys, you guessed it right, it's Linux. Hey guys, welcome to Techno Zamana. Today we'll be discussing about what makes Linux more better and why it can be one of the best options you might consider to shift towards. So let's directly start with the performance because that's what we as a user look into. We need an operating system which is really quick and fast. So Linux outperforms many other operating systems like Windows, which is vastly used by like most of them in the world. Probably the one who are watching this video might be using Windows as well. If you are using Windows, let me know in the comment section as well. So why the performance is really good is because it's lightweight and it consumes less CPU power, GPU, memory, and hard drive space too. And due to these, performance, and if for your surprise, even Microsoft uses Linux for Azure, so you might get a clarity by this how good Linux is in terms of performance. Next thing is the level of customization Linux has. See, Linux has lot of distros like Ubuntu, Elementary OS, Mint, etc. And there are lot of beginner-friendly distros too. Like if you're, if you're using Windows or other operating system and you want to come to Linux, that time there are a lot of distros you can find which are beginner friendly that makes you really easy to shift. So, and the level of customization is really good because since it's an open source and free, the code is available. You can modify according to your comfortability. That's one of the advantage that you get. Next thing is reliability. Linux is more reliable when compared to other OS like Windows, where Linux will outperform with its performance, built-in security, resulting in unparalleled uptime. Developers of Linux distros are so much active and releases many updates from time to time. But if you're comparing it this with the Windows, because Windows is managed by Microsoft developers of Microsoft are not that big when compared to Linux. So this is one of the advantage Linux has. So traditionally, you know that Unix-like systems are known for running for many years without a single failure or having a situation to restart. But if you're using Windows, you might come across some of the situation where if you're updating if you're updating a system, there is a situation where you have to restart the computer or laptop. But since the Linux is like a Unix-like system, you don't want to restart it or there is no single failure, so it will be a better choice. And now let's talk about the security. Security is really fast given the fact that Linux is a open source and many people are watching it. Many of the security issues are taken care by releasing frequent patches. Added, there are some OS design level aspects like memory management, user kernel, memory space separation, virtual memory, log management, file access control, which really makes it more secure when it comes to security. And you don't need any sort of commercial antivirus packages in the Linux. Well, you can say that Linux really respects privacy. Next thing is the freedom that Linux provides. As I said, you have the control. You can control any aspects of the operating system since it's an open source. It allows the user to modify its source according to your requirement. So this is one of the advantage, and you can install any software according to your choice, and which is only desired software you can install nothing but there is no bloatware. You have full freedom to install open source application in its vast repository as well. So this is one of the advantage. Next thing is the server segment. Linux, as you know, is installed on the majority of servers, demonstrating that it is the best choice with the minimal resource footprint. Even as I said, many companies use Linux too. The majority of the supercomputers run on Linux. Most important thing is it's free and you are its own owner. That means no one is going to sneak peek into your device. In Windows world, you cannot modify the OS as its source code is not open source. The same case is with other operating system as well. And even their application in Windows running on it, you can't change it. However, in the case of Linux, the user can download even the source code of the OS, change it, and use it without spending no money. So some of the Linux distros charge for support, but there are a lot of better distros out there which performs really well when compared to Windows, which is free. Of course, you can use it. So let's drop down to conclusion. There is so much more than you could do with Linux. Linux is really very powerful, flexible, secure, reliable, stable, fun. One should always keep in mind that when something is free and it's more powerful, there is no reason that you don't even use it, right? Linux will undoubtedly emerge as a winner when all aspects are considered. There is no reason why you would not choose Linux. Let me know what your thoughts are on Linux, and let me know if there is any more points that you think makes Linux more powerful in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and do also let me know on what topic you would like to see the videos on next. So yeah, thank you, bye.